All right, guys, I think we all know by now the negatives of what's going on with these tariffs. I don't need to tell you because I'm sure you've seen so many clickbait videos talking about recession and all that. And yes, that's where we're potentially heading if nothing is changed, okay? So we need to pray for renegotiation, right, of these tariffs and that they can come down however they have to come down, okay? But what I'm here to do now is move forward. We're in this situation. Now, what can we do moving forward to better our situation? Now, remember, if you're a long-term investor and you are tempted to click the sell button, remember, stick to the plan of long-term investing. It's not a loss until you sell it. That's what you need to remember. So if you don't need this money to live on and you are planning on holding long-term, stick to that plan, guys. There's nothing worse than selling out and taking a big loss only to see 6 months later, right, stocks recover. So that's unfortunately what happens to a lot of people because of the panic. So only if you need this money to live on should you be selling and taking this loss here, okay? Because that's more important. Life's too short to be broke, right? Not be able to feed, your family or whatever it may be, or afford rent. Okay, so just remember that's why I had these conversations with you and put out videos several times about protecting your money, putting it in Annaly to get that guaranteed 13% dividend going right to your bank account, and selling out when stocks were higher, right? And using that money to live on, like I said, having your 6-month emergency fund. Again, we talked about all that, guys. But moving forward now, so most of you I know listened to me and you protected your money and you pulled it out if you needed to. So good job. Okay, for those of you holding the bag, I know it stinks, but you're just going to have to wait it out and get away from your account. That's the only thing you can do, and go live your life. Do something that you like. Try to distract yourself from all this, okay? Especially if you don't have any more money to put in or don't want to, totally understandable. It can definitely get worse before it gets better. So the best thing you can do is just stay away from your account because it'll just make you go crazy. If you're watching that, your money go down more, or you're seeing that negative news lines, okay? So we need a change, okay, with tariffs, or else we're going to go into recession. So I would just plan on that, guys, and make sure if you are dollar cost averaging to do it super slowly, like I've been saying, and make sure you have money 6 months from now in case we do go into recession, because you want to be able to buy even lower potentially. But what I see shaking out this week or the upcoming week is Monday. I expect more selling from the people that do their research over the weekend and finally realize, some people maybe thought there was going to be a bounce back and now they are like, nope, I can't do this anymore. So we're probably going to get some selling to start again on Monday, and that would bring us down, to levels that we saw during the pandemic, to, super oversold, where we saw a massive, drop. And then I expect some sort of recovery relief bounce. But again, we're going to need to see, either, these bills get passed to block tariffs, which I highly doubt, okay? And then, or like I said, some sort of change from Trump where he realized what he's doing and reverses course, or, renegotiates these tariffs lower. Okay. And it probably be one country at a time. So it's going to take time, right? And he already said he's going to keep going, doing what he's doing. Okay. And so that's why by the time he maybe reverses course down the road, it might be too late for our economy. And that's the sad thing. But again, if he does, get these tariffs or decides to eliminate them or reverse them, or, do 0 for 0 and 0, on each side, then obviously the market's going to rebound quickly. But again, that's wishful thinking at this point. So right now, you got to protect your funds still, okay? And like I said, if you have that long-term view, you just got to wait it out. It's not a loss until you sell it, guys. Remember that. Always tell yourself that.